Welcome back to Trading with CJ. Today we're talking about another one of our firm favourites on this channel, HITIF, ticker symbol HITIF. We've been covering this one for a long time now. We bought this one at quite low prices, and right now we're sitting on quite nice gains, but it's very early days. If you want to get these companies when I'm buying as well, you can smash a like and subscribe to my channel. That will be really appreciated. We have a Patreon where you can get access to my buys and sells and exclusive content from live streams, videos, etc. Feel free to check all of that out. We also have a free Discord with a higher tide channel. This company is exploding, okay? It really is undervalued in my opinion. And we've had a lot of updates since we last covered this one, so I want to go in and give you some of these updates. First off, let's have a look at the stock price. At the time of recording this, it currently trades for 70 cents per share, which has seen a nice run up. In the last 5 days alone, we are currently up over 15%. Now that's not a huge amount when you think penny stocks, but right now the markets are going down and this stock is holding its own. It's doing good. And if we go on the last month, okay, it's been a bit choppy, but over the last month we are up over 20%. It's been growing very nicely for us, that's for sure. The first thing since our previous updates, which was about a CEO who done a Q&A with investors. He's very hands-on, Raj, and yeah, amazing CEO, constantly giving us those updates. And since then, they've given us a lot of updates on their website. We've had 3 different stores open, one in Ontario, London, one in Calgary, Betline, and one in Alberta. So yeah, they are growing and growing. Their aim was to get all of those stores opening by the end of the year, and they are ramping it up, store after store, and that is great considering the current global situation. So that's the first bit of news here I wanted to touch on. The next bit, which is probably one of the key points here and one of the main things, okay, and that is this: that HITIF announces filing of Form 40F with SEC, fulfilling a significant milestone for the NASDAQ listing. They are now one step closer to getting on the NASDAQ, which is another major catalyst for this company. We spoke about this before. You know, there is the potential here of a reverse merger going forward in the future, which, whilst, you know, it's not an amazing thing, it means they're going to get on the NASDAQ. It means they're going to be able to have exposure to more different investors, brokerage platforms, etc. So from this news, they say we are the first Canadian cannabis retailer to pursue the prestigious listing on NASDAQ. And we believe it will allow us to greatly expand our shareholder base, enhance shareholder value, and accelerate our already aggressive M&A initiatives in Canada, Europe, and the US. That's from the CEO there, Raj. We are currently in several discussions with potential acquisition targets, and we look forward to updating the market soon. Okay, so we're going to look forward to that, and I think they are going to get on it. It's just a matter of when. Okay, they could do the reverse merger really at any time. You know, the company are happy to go ahead with that. It's been allowed, so yeah, that's all to look forward to. However, we've heard so many times from HITIF, they don't need the NASDAQ. They don't even need the US to be legalized. They are literally to have very good financials right now, even without that. That will just be an added bonus and a massive catalyst for this company. On top of this, they did announce that their earnings from Q1 will be coming out after close on April the 1st, so you can bet that yourself that I will be giving you an update on these HITIF earnings, and I'm expecting them to look very good. We know that their full year 2020 was very good, and now we're going to be getting the Q1, which I also think will be very good. Maybe we'll take a surprise there, but I think it'll be good, and that's why I'm definitely loading up on this stock. As a whole, it's a long-term hold for me. There's a couple of points I want to show you here, and this is from HITIF, okay? This came out a few days ago, and this was basically the Breaking Safe Banking Act reintroduced in the House of Representatives, which is massive for cannabis companies. Allowing the US financial institutions to play an active role in the cannabis sector would represent an important step towards creating a sustainable industry in the US. This is good news if it passes through Congress. That was posted a few days ago. And then the most recent news, just in, as recording this, cannabis banking reforms bills have been introduced in both the houses of the US Congress, and if passed into law, this represents another step forward for the industry. Marijuana banking bill reintroduced in the Senate with nearly a third of the chamber signed on. We spoke about this, the Democrats coming in, you know, it's a good thing for the potential legalization of cannabis, and this is just another good catalyst for this company as well. We have so many different catalysts. You can check out my previous videos. I've done HITIF catalyst videos, 2 of them now. One was an updated one with more as well, because it keeps growing and growing. And that's it. And I want to show you, take you into some points on this bill, or this announcement that came out. Marijuana banking bill reintroduced in the Senate with nearly a third of the chamber signed on. It goes on to say here, A bill to protect the banks that service state legal marijuana businesses from being penalized by federal regulators has been reintroduced in the Senate, with nearly a third of the chamber as co-sponsors. It's a development that takes on a new light that now Democrats are back in control of the chamber. This is good, and I think things are going to keep progressing in this sector. This sector is growing for sure, so you've got to choose the best companies out there, the most undervalued companies with massive prospects going forward. Good financials as well. This is from Senator Jeff Merkley. No one working in the store or behind a register should have to worry about experiencing a traumatic robbery at any moment. That means we can't keep forcing legal cannabis businesses to operate entirely in cash. A nonsensical rule that is an open invitation to robbery and money laundering. Let's make 2021 the year that we get this bill signed into law so we can ensure that all legal cannabis businesses have access to financial services that they need to help keep their employees safe. And I think that is true. That is so important, okay? Not only for what he's saying here about the robbery, it's going to help grow this industry as well, okay? Everyone operating in cash. Nobody carries cash anymore. It's an inconvenience to a lot of people. If they can operate without cash, it's going to increase the demand for these products. Therefore, the supply is going to need to increase as well. And the money is going to increase. Revenue, everything is going to be growing. That's for sure. I think this is definitely an exciting prospects for this company going forward. And lots of different senators and people of high importance in the political industry anyway, or political world, have all been commenting on this on Twitter as well, okay? So many different senators are coming out and praising this, okay? That's what they want going forward. So it's just another step in the right direction. I do want to quickly show you this article that came out on Seek and Alpha. This was about a few days ago, about four days ago. High tide, strong growth suggests undervaluation. Straight off the bat, it's unusual. You know, Seek and Alpha normally reports short reports. This is actually a positive report, which I'm pleased to see. And I'm going to give you the summary points here. The Canadian cannabis producer jumped 300% from its IPO in November. I believe the company continues to trade at a discount. They say the legal cannabis market is gigantic and growing quickly. High Tide simultaneously seeing strong revenue growth, which we already know. High Tide has a chance to multiply many times from current levels. Various risks remain, including high competition, which is true, there are so many different cannabis players out there, and slower than expected adaptation of cannabis. Now, of course, there has to be risk. There's always risk when investing into a company. This is a penny stock. I want to take this time to say I'm not a financial advisor. Please always do your own research when investing into the stock market, okay? But for me, this is a company with massive potential. The strong growth, they're saying about the revenue growing, which we're going to see. We're going to see that in the financials. We saw that in the last earnings, made a video on that last month. It was very exciting. The earnings were great. And look at this, High Tide actual and projected total revenue. You can see here, 2016, 2017, growing. Every year it was growing. 2020 was 83.3, and look at the projected there. 186 for 2021, 268 for 2022. Guess what? I think 2023 will be even bigger. This is growing. I think it's at an amazing valuation, okay? That's why I'm quite bullish on this one as a penny stock. Penny stock should only form part of your portfolio, but for me, this is a small part still, I guess. However, it's definitely one of my largest penny stocks. Currently up, I believe, about 25%. And yeah, I'm definitely going to keep adding as well. You guys probably know, if you're on my Patreon, you'll see me adding buys on High Tide. I really do like this company. I hold a couple other cannabis companies as well, but this is one of my favorites for sure, just because everything is going in the right direction. Things are growing for this company. And it goes on to say, this article, the cannabis market is huge, as we know. And you can see here, it should reach a staggering 38 billion by 2024 if current trends continue. Big if they continue, but with the Democrats in power, legalization potentially coming in America as well, other countries may follow, you know, maybe even Europe, maybe the UK eventually. Who knows? This may follow, therefore, obviously, there's going to be more demand for these products. So let's just have one more look here at the stock. Like I say, it's currently at 0.70 cents. And yeah, if we go to the 6 months, you know, it's seen an incredible run. If we go back to when we first started talking about this company, we're already sitting on massive gains. But if we even go back to mid-January, okay, just 2 months ago now, it is up 250%. And I just think it's getting started, to be honest. I know you might think, you know, oh, am I buying in at the highs? To be honest, it's been pretty much flatlining for the last month and a half. We're about 10% down from February the 5th. So, you know, it's been pretty flatlining. I do think that it's a good price to get in at, especially under the $1. I think we're going to see NASDAQ listing probably later in the year. And I think we're going to see good earnings on April the 1st. I'll definitely be keeping you up to date. Let me know your thoughts on High Tide. Do you like this company? If you've enjoyed this video, please go ahead and smash the like and subscribe to my channel. That really is appreciated as well. Thanks for watching, and until next time.